Hello, sir. Good afternoon.
Good afternoon. How are you?
All is well, sir. Can you reduce the volume of your TV set even as we have this conversation? That would do for us.
It's completely low.
Thank you very much. Now, who constitutes the Permanent Representatives Committee of the AU, and what is their mandate?
The discussions I've been having with my colleagues within the AU, some finance ministers, about 15. I'm getting a lot of feedback. I don't know whether it's from my side.
We would work on that if it's from our side. You can continue, sir.
Yeah, so about 15 finance ministers in Africa, basically to have a conversation and also discuss how to restructure and also re-articulate Africa's position within the global economy, because the COVID-19 has dealt some serious blow to the economies of Africa. And of course, the fact that over the period we have not really been assertive and also exerted our influence on the global stage. We have not been able to vaccinate even more than 10% of the population. Our exports have dwindled at the period, and also our domestic production has not been anything good to write home about. So this really is a welcoming call, and it follows several other steps that have been taken since 2017, when we had the Adedeji Progress Report on how to finance Africa. We also had the Obasanjo High Panel, and recently the Donald Cabrera Committee that has been doing some work to finance the sustainability of the African Union. So it is just a continuation of process that started some 10, 15 years ago, only that this time around the African Union wants to prepare and be proactive for emergencies of this nature, for which reason I think that the finance minister, 15 of them, have decided to meet and have very important discussions, and also institute within the wake of the COVID-19 some preparedness should any catastrophe of this nature hit Africa in the future.
Right. So with regards to this, in the face of COVID-19, as you say, do you think the opening of the AFCFTA secretariat in the country has achieved anything much, the desired purpose, I mean?
Well, the AFCFTA, also because of the COVID-19, its full operationalization has been delayed. And if my data is right, I think they started full operation sometime January this year, but it is pretty much a short time to even to begin to discuss the Africa Continental Free Trade Area, because there are still some of the phases that are under consideration, especially competition rights, innovation, and all of that. The first and the second bases have been agreed upon. But the point is that before you can even discuss trade in Africa, there must be some considerable progress that must be made, because currently we are doing around less than 20%, and it is still what it is. And the hope is that the Africa Continental Free Trade Area would be that market synchronization platform that would aggregate all the trading activities that we continue to do on the continent. So in less than 6 months, we cannot even begin to discuss the FCTA yet. But what we can talk about is the individual economies, fiscal discipline, our expenditure, rationalization of our expenditure, and also the fact that we need to ensure that a lot of the money that we go out there and take, we put them in places that we tell the donors we are putting them. Because if you consider Africa as an aggregate, it is just the little economies or the small economies that would have to do well for us to get a picture of what the continent is looking like. And the reason why the finance ministers have been brought to spearhead the particular economic recovery, because they are the spending officers within their respective countries. So they have to tighten their expenditure, rationalize it, and increase revenue and put the revenue in places that really need them in health, especially because the health institutions came under a lot of heavy bearing. They couldn't contain the patients, the COVID patients that were taken there. Education suffered. We really saw that they were getting holes within these sectors of the economy, and even jobs. So many of the jobs that we've been doing are actually not inelastic after all. So these places must engage the attention of the finance minister on the continent for them to have a proper resolution going forward, because the COVID-19 is not what has devastated African economies. It has only exposed the frailties that already exist in these economies.
Sure. So still on COVID, Ghana is pushing for South Africa to be given the support in producing COVID-19 General Assembly. Is there any way the committee is going to push this further?
I didn't get that clearly.
I'm saying that Ghana is pushing for South Africa to be given the support in producing COVID-19 vaccines in South Africa. Is there any way the committee is going to push this further at the Assembly?
Yes, certainly. Yes, because even currently the Center for Disease Control in Africa is currently headquartered in Hello. Hello.
Yes, I can hear you.
Hello.
Hello, I can hear you, sir.